Welcome to the Join of the League season number 4, Asian Division 1, or well, 1 and 2 playoffs that is. So it is the winner bracket here as well. You definitely want to advance through the winner bracket if you can help it. Of course, if you drop down, you still have a chance to just still get into Division 1 later on anyway. But this is going to be Mineski versus Kingdom in this best of 3, and Mineski, they actually have a very limited time. They have about 1 hour and 36 minutes before they have to play in the Dota Asia Championship. So I have no idea what they're gonna do, whether they're gonna just play like one game, then play the DAC, and then come back to this, or who the hell knows. We're gonna find out as we go. But we're HeflaTV, of course. I am Coucher, and I'm joined by the Swordfishman. How you doing?
Hello, man, and yeah, like you said, I don't know. I'm kind of worried about this whole DAC thing, and the tardiness here was not the best, but hopefully they can play as many games as possible and then reschedule it to soon enough, or I don't know. Hopefully it can be resolved. And the game seemed exciting, however. Mineski and Kingdom both pretty good teams, very legitimate teams. So I'm kind of excited to see what they can do.
Yeah, Mineski had kind of a roster shuffle now as well. Mostly the Malaysian players leaving them. Just they said at least that they had communication issues, so just kind of a language barrier coming in between them, and also Mineski's ability to actually play in the Dota Asian Championship. I do believe they had to be all Philippines for that. So here they are. Of course, they're running with one stand-in at the moment, Secret. It should be Polo, but no idea where he is, or maybe it is Polo just with a different name. But for Kingdom, I have to say I haven't seen them for quite some time. I know Yomo, Kompaku, as well as Fruits have been just long-time members for them. The other three, though, just... I guess Lee Hongki, I know that name from somewhere. So maybe he has played for Kingdom a little bit as well, but at least running with 2 stand-ins minimum.
Yeah, sorry, I'm on the same boat as you. The lot of stand-ins. I mean, not the most consistent teams, but they perform well in the past, so we'll see.
So Mineski, they are the ones having the first pick here. I have no idea what either team loves to draft these days. I mean, Yom or Kingdom rather, when 2D played with them as well. 2D of course went into CSW instead, can't say whips. They used to play a lot of Pathfinder, for example, or Centaur, but at the moment, with just a new offlaner for them, for example, I really don't know what to expect. But Mineski panning out a techie, so I mean, I definitely would have loved to see one. I have only seen one techies that was Black playing it, and it was an absolute disaster.
Yeah, let's not remember that. Yeah, I want to see a techies that's been practiced before. Black clearly did not practice the techies, so I want to see if Kingdom actually runs the techies. I haven't. I mean, I'm not really sure of that. I wish they don't ban it, but I mean, this ban must be respect ban. Respect ban. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, it definitely feels like it, and looks like the stream, for some weird reason, just kind of cancelled itself. It's gonna start soon again. So, I don't know, sorry for that. I have no idea how the hell it even happened, but it happened. Shit happens, I guess. But Mineski starting with a Vengeful, it is just the go-to support hero to start a draft with these days.
Yeah, he's just a popular hero because you can always have this really physical damage lineup, and he works really well with that. He has a really good stun and the swap, and I don't know, really good. And there's some games where he's been like the key player, just getting everyone out of position and whatnot. What do you think Kingdom's gonna pick up now? What's the safe supports or cores you go for now?
Well, usually you would pick up a Tidehunter or a Brewmaster, either of the two. But since both of those are banned, I guess Skyref Mage is also always a hero that can be viable. If not, it's kind of hard to say. It really depends on the playstyle. Something like a Centaur wouldn't be too bad either, I guess, if you want to get the straight off offlaner. But starting with a Drow and a Medusa, okay. Drow maybe, but I definitely didn't expect the Medusa to come out here.
It's actually a very interesting combo. I don't think I've seen this before, maybe once at best. The damage Drow gives Medusa is gonna make Medusa like the hardest carry in the game. Like, it's gonna actually be very, very powerful if they can pull it off.
But Mineski going for like a... It's not the exact counter to the Medusa, but definitely helps out having the mana burn. But if your Kingdom do ban out, well, taking out the Invoker I guess makes sense. You definitely don't want to face EMP if you're the Medusa. Medusa's livelihood is more or less just all the mana shield. Yes, she does a lot of damage. The Stone Gaze is pretty nice as well to just stop aggression onto her, but mana shield is what usually keeps you alive. So if there would be like Nyx Assassin with the mana burn and an EMP there as well, and also Nyx Assassin stun to keep the Medusa in the EMP, it could be rather devastating. But for Mineski, is Anti-Mage an option, for example?
Anti-Mage is not the worst of options because he tends to get online much sooner than Medusa, so that's also a really good thing. And especially because Kingdom has no stuns for now, but they do have the Gust, which is a pretty good silence, especially if they level it up. I mean, 6 seconds is quite good. So, I mean, they could consider it. Right now, I think a better... I mean, if Nyx is going to go offlane, which is more popular on Nyx now, they can still go for a Lion as a support, which is pretty good against both Drow and Medusa. So that would be my option for the mana burn kind of guy. And because I think he's much more effective than the anti-mage. But, I don't know. What would you pick up for carry for Mineski?
Well, it is really hard to go for anything. At the moment of Kingdom, they are rather light on just any kind of lockdown. So I still think Anti-Mage might not be the worst kind of hero. Especially since having a Medusa sometimes means that the team running the Medusa won't be as active either. So Anti-Mage should have the free time to just get the ball rolling. But, well, Kingdom picking up a Spirit Breaker, that's a hero that they actually have ran quite often as a support role. So I guess some aggression will still be coming out. When if you have the draw, even Medusa can be active a little bit earlier on with the extra damage coming in from the Precision Aura. So not a bad choice, I guess. Yeah. But for Mineski, if not the Anti-Mage, maybe just go for all-out aggression yourself. End the game before Medusa actually gets huge. Something like a Slark would be nice. Blink Pounce would also be excellent up against the Draw Rangers, just completely negate the marksmanship.
Yeah, that's exactly another issue. It's just, I don't know how effective this Drow is going to be. For now, Mineski has quite a lot of good counters to him. And now with the Centaur, oh god. Like, the Drow is going to have a lot of trouble this game. I mean, it's going to be a mid Drow, maybe, do you think?
At the moment, it sure looks like it, unless they want to run some weird kind of aggressive tri-lane. Mid Drow definitely can be strong as well. Let's say, Mineski, I guess they haven't picked up their mid laner yet. There's a tiny chance that Nyx Assassin might be mid lane as well. Guaranteed levels will never be bad, especially if you kind of semi-rely on having the mana burn being maxed out as well. Mm-hmm. But if you're a Nyx Assassin, at least the most common skill build rather is just, first of all, maxing out Impale, that's kind of a given. But then you usually want to go for Spike Carapace to have it on a lower cooldown and a higher duration stun from it.
Mm-hmm. But with a Medusa, I think. And a Spirit Breaker, I guess, is pretty useful on him too. Getting the mana burn early is kind of a given.
So we'll see how Mineski want to run this. But Kingdom picking up a Chen now. At least it's a ranged hero able to benefit from the Precision Aura. If you have like ranged creeps, activating the Precision Aura can give them some extra damage as well. But will the Chen be just effective enough? And are we really gonna see just an early fighting Medusa this game?
I think it might be the case. I think the Medusa, I mean, ever since they buffed her, she does have better early game. I mean, not the best, but it's pretty decent, I guess. She can skip the Lincolns if she chooses to do so, because right now, Lincolns would stop the mana burn and the stun. It's a pretty good item, but she can choose to skip the Lincolns, go for more Maelstrom, something of that sort, more of an early game kind of buildish, and also the Chen, if he gets to mid-late game, which is like 40 minutes in or so, he can have Aghanims, get Dragons, and out with the Aura could actually be pretty powerful.
Well, it can, but we'll see. I mean, at the moment, Mineski, they really don't have the best way to actually deal with Ancients or any kind of mass creeps, I guess. Jakiro is decent-ish with Dual Breath, Macropyre. Centaur maybe with the Double Edge as well can clear the creeps, but once the Ancients come out, Mineski, what would they actually have so far? And also, Anti-Mage got banned out. Axe banned out by Mineski themselves. So what are the the carry options left? I still think Slark is like a solid-ish option. And now with the Jakiro on them, they would actually have some kind of way to actually pressure high ground as well.
Yeah, I think Slark is a good option. A option that I'm going to go a little bit off for Mineski is Wind Ranger as kind of a carry. Build Diffusal on her. And actually really good counter to Medusa if you want to go on for that route. And actually a very decent-ish carry. People really underestimate her, but with her new ability, get Aghanims and Diffusal and maybe Maelstrom, and she actually deals a lot of damage. It could be a possibility.
I mean, I think that's actually a pretty nice way to go for it, especially since the Power Shot is a pretty nice way to counter push as well.
Oh, wow.
But
okay.
Kingdom picking up Elia. Is it... What?
It is an offlane Spirit Breaker, do you think? Offlane Chen?
It,
No,
it has to be offlane Spirit Breaker, I think.
yeah, I agree. So offlane Spirit Breaker, Chen and Lion supports, Medusa mid. Sorry, Dragon Ranger mid, Medusa carry. Wow.
Okay,
Okay.
then.
What do you think of this Meeple pick?
Mineski, they're gonna have to execute quite heavily to win this, just because, first of all, Stone Gaze is rather excellent against Meepo, and there's not too high of a chance that the Poofs will kill off the Medusa before he gets the Stone Gaze off. Of
Yeah,
course, then come into play that just maybe Jakiro, like Yule Scepter into Ice Path or something like that as well.
Mhm.
But man, Meepo, not too sure how big of a fan I am, especially since I guess Meepo has like slightly increased magic resistance, so that's good against Lion, but Meepo's biggest weakness is having one Meepo just getting nuked down. And Lion with the Finger of Death can do exactly that.
Yeah, it's completely true. And not only, I mean, it's not only the Lion, like the Drow Ranger can slow him so he's not unable to move, especially if he gets the Meepo which grabs the Blink. So, like, Spirit Breaker is also pretty good against the Meepo. I don't know. I don't know if I really like this pick. But anyway, let's go and present the teams, shall we?
Yes, so for the side of Mineski, Yamaguchi will be playing the center off lane, leaving RR on the Vengeful Spirit, Jay on the Meepo with 5593 Owa on the Nyx Assassin, and the last is going to be Secret on the Jakiro.
As for Kingdom, we are going to have a offlane Spirit Breaker played by Fitlion, Fitlion, yeah, Fitlion. Then mid, we're going to have Mr. Babo, it seems actually, as the Medusa. Then as the support is going to be Kompaku playing that Lion, and Fruits on that Chen. And finally, up top in the carry position is going to be Lee Honki as the Drow Ranger? Or not? Yeah, it seems like it. So it's going to be Medusa mid in the end.
I guess it's not that bad. Medusa definitely wants some levels as well. Just the earlier you get Mana Shield maxed out, the better you will be, I guess. Although, maybe would have preferred Throw a little bit in that case. Or then again, if it should be like a Meepo mid lane from Mineski, then I guess Throw Ranger would be a little bit weaker against it, just because Medusa's Mana Shield will allow her to just escape a couple of Earthbinds and the Poofs.
Also, I think there's the fact that the mid lane's probably the easiest to farm in unless you get ganked. So, you know, that ensures a lot of early farm for the Medusa. And if they're going for an early game lineup, like you mentioned earlier, early game-ish lineup, then they do need the Medusa to farm really effectively in the first few minutes. So there's that.
But for Mineski, Che is going to play that mid lane Meepo as kind of was to be expected, I guess. They really didn't have a better candidate for the mid lane at the moment. But it's going to be a safe lane Jakiro farming up. A hero that we don't see that often in that kind of role anymore. But it can definitely be strong, and well, starting with the Liquifier Harass immediately. And the good thing is as well, with it being a Spirit Breaker offlane for Kingdom, it's just Mineski, they can easily go roam around with their supports, and Jakiro would easily be able to take on the Spirit Breaker solo as well, I think.
Do you like this Jakiro in the safe lane position, though? Because, I mean, they don't really have much more pushing potential besides it. Like the Meepots.
I think it's going to be fine in the sense that if you do just get those early levels and some guaranteed farm on Jakiro, first of all, fast Yule Scepter might be key in just getting the kills. Just Yule's into Ice Path, setting up it so that Medusa can't even activate the Stone Gauge, which gives a lot of extra time for the Meepo to just right click away, for example. And not only that, just if you manage to push down the tier 1s really fast, it's just going to be more farm for the Meepo, which means earlier Aghanim Scepter, and if you get the really fast Aghanim Scepter, that just means your farm is going to skyrocket.
Do you think this might be an Aghanim's Jakiro game? So that they can deal with perhaps some of the Chen creeps and whatnot?
It's hard to say. I probably wouldn't go for one. Although, then again, they do have a pretty huge amount of lockdown between all of their heroes.
Yeah.
So I guess it might be viable. I mean, Meepos, Earthbinds, if you just have like 4 Meepos throwing those Earthbinds, although they get Spirit Breaker, but he's pretty damn tanky. They still have the Impale as well, but he's not throwing it out yet. There the Impale is, but I still think they're gonna lack a little bit of damage. They're waiting for the possible charge for Owa to actually activate the Spike Carapace. He activates it as well, but it's not there in time, Fitlion, though. He knew he cannot activate the charge when there's the Spike Carapace, so nicely done by Mineski. For a second I thought they might not get the kill, but I guess the supports having boots as well made a difference.
I think if he had just ran away instead of trying to charge, he might have gone away. Like, he has a high armor and like 150 HP or so. Oh well. I mean, good job by Mineski, but at the same time, a little bit of a weird play by the Spirit Breaker.
Oh, it definitely was a little bit weird. Just he couldn't make up his mind, kind of what to do or where
Yeah.
to go.
Hmm.
I thought he's just first of all gonna keep on running that way, just straight towards like the middle tier one or just the base, not even turn towards the rune or anything. Well, didn't work out for him. It's not that big of a deal in the end, especially
Yeah.
since well they have the Chen farming up in the jungle as well, already level 3.5. You can already see the changes to Chen, just making it a hell of a lot easier for Chen to farm, having 2 creeps at level 3, whereas in the past it was still only 1.
Yeah, I think the Chen at this point farms around as fast as Enigma can if he stays in the jungle for equally as long, because he also can do the Wildkin farm if he wants to. So it's actually really good for the Chen. I like the pickup. I like the team seeing experimenting with him. And do you think it's gonna be a quick Aghanims Chen here, or do you think he's gonna go for Mechanism first in this game?
I would expect him to go mech just because I don't think there are any viable candidates for the mech. I mean, Aghanim Scepter can be extremely strong for sure, but I think like Arcane Boots into mech, something like that. It really depends on whether Lion wants to get those Arcane Boots as well or not. Usually Lions just go for Tranquil Boots, extra movement speed to get a little bit closer with the Hex, and just they have the mana drain anyway to usually get themselves back up to mana. So
I think
yeah, go.
Sorry, I think an interesting thing with the Chen is the fact that if you get Aghanim is obviously the cooldown for Hand of God becomes 30 seconds. So I actually don't know if the armor of the mech is actually worth that, because there's more heals if you get an Aghanim than a mech. So is the armor of the mech worth more than the heals of the Aghanims? And actually now they're going to go on the Meepo. So pause that thought. Keep it there because they seem to be want to go on Mr. J, but they don't have a clear line of sight for him. He has another Meepo already as well, so he can potentially poof if he doesn't get stunned out. There's the charge as well starting. They're trying to find him, but the charge gonna be a little bit too late. They know they're gonna go on him, and yeah, they're gonna cancel the charge.
They should have waited for the charge to connect first, or Spirit Breaker to be a hell of a lot closer.
It seems Yamaguchi is fighting Kompaku here. He's going to be using an Impale, and then come the Chen Crypts as well. Wow, that's a very good hex there. Yamaguchi now in trouble. There's a charge coming in as well. Maybe the charge is going to be enough for him. The Medusa also comes in. Never mind, no need for the charge. Medusa gets the kill rather easily. And that's going to be pretty good for the Medusa.
Yeah, definitely not bad. So they get themselves on the board. Medusa getting some extra farm from that as well. But it's just, if Chen goes for the Aghanims, if you get it really fast, sure, it's gonna be nice. You can like get the Ancient and whatnot. And Mineski still don't have the greatest way to probably deal with Ancients. It's still, I think, he's gonna run just into a lot of mana issues if you go for the Hand of God. Theoretically, yes, it's more health, just throughput most likely. But I don't see Chen just having enough mana to actually do it. Maybe if Lion goes for Arcane Boots as well.
Yeah, that's true. I think the Lion might want to go for Arcane Boots, even though those are the most common build anymore with a Mana Train. But either way, they already took down the tier 1 tower down bottom, which is pretty good of the Jakiro. Like you said, now they're getting that extra advantage and that extra farm for the Meepo. Do you think Meepo is going to completely rush Aghanims here, or do you think he's going to need some more survivability items here to prevent any more further ganks?
Well, I think probably Aghanims. It's like, I think Aghanims or Blink, those are the only 2 options most of the, oh god, Pit Lion, he gets Magic Missile, 2 Breath, impaled up as well. Think he's gonna move probably down, 1 more Liquid Fire, no way to charge. Oh, Secret, why didn't you throw out a Liquid Fire? Never mind. RR, he has it. Way of Terror gets the kill, and Yomo drops so damn freaking low. But the nice Impale once again, or Earth Spike this time around, rather. Fruits now dropping low, but they're gonna get RR at the very least. Impale does completely whiff by the Nyx Assassin. So in the end, it's gonna be a 2 for 2. Was a little bit weird. Lion does survive though. Never mind, a 1 for 2 even. So Kingdom, just nice reactions.
Yeah, very good TPs there. The Medusa also very good reaction time as well. She keeps rotating from the mid lane and actually being a pretty good early game Medusa. She actually could have killed the Nyx if he didn't TP away, so good job. And I mean, it was the Jakiro, I guess, so that's pretty good for them. That's killing the core Jakiro, but it's not like he needs that much farm, so it's not the biggest deals either.
Yeah, it's definitely not. It's more so just getting levels on the Lion, for example.
Yeah.
With him being there for the kill, suddenly level 5. Even Chen almost up to level 6. So they're gonna have the Hand of God, 1.2k on the Chen as well. Tranquil Boots picked up on Lion. So I think the levels probably a little bit more significant early on, and looking at the farm, they're doing pretty well on the entirety of Kingdom apart from the Spirit Breaker, of course. But I think it's not looking too bad, especially since, although the Meepo, yes, they got the tier 1 extra gold globally. Meepo's still not doing that great, but do you think it's gonna be either Blink or Aghanim Scepter first for the Meepo?
Honestly, it's hard to say. I think with usually a Meepo is able to farm much more efficiently. This Meepo is. I mean, he's doing a pretty good job, but he's not doing the best of jobs at it. And we can also see Chen, the Wildkin, already using the Wildkin farm technique to try to take some of Meepo's creeps. So maybe a Blink is needed to just have a little bit more of that early game presence rather than the Aghanims. But it's really up to the Meepo what playstyle he really wants to do. Because, of course, they do have...
He's gonna get caught. Earthspike first, usually use the Hex first just to make sure it lands, but they did it perfectly anyway. They still have the Hex, there it is, Fruits comes in. It's gonna take them a long time to get the kill, but they get it in the end anyway. Shakiro didn't have time to activate the Buckler for the extra armor or anything, so... Nicely done, and maybe even just go for the push now.
Yeah, I mean, you have 2 Chen creeps. You have a, I guess, pretty strong Spirit Breaker, and Chen is already level 6, actually pretty impressive. Really good leveling by him on top of all the ganks. And he is going to go for mech in the end. Not a bad choice, I think. Definitely a very needed item. Meanwhile, though, they're going to use a Stampede up top, and they're actually going to try to catch out Mr. Lee Hongki. They're going to go on him right on. The Meepo's going to use his poop, and yeah, there was nothing Ground Ranger could do.
Well, the tower did go down, though, and it wasn't denied just because Throw managed to kind of kite them around enough. So, if you just look at it purely... if you look at the gold gained and gold lost, Kingdom still come out ahead slightly, so you never want your Draw Ranger to die, of course, but it's a fine trade. And now the Hex goes out onto bottom lane, Earthspike to follow as well. There's the Thunderclap from the Hellbear Smasher. He's still alive, Spike Carapace gets the double impale as well. They get the Lion, my god, Owa. Is he gonna go down? I mean, Spirit Breaker is charging in, but he's gonna have to go pretty damn deep as Fruits. Slowly but surely harassed by RR, who's gonna have enough mana for a Magic Missile in 4 seconds. He's just gonna keep on chasing. But Fitlion, he has his ultimate, he's gonna pop it onto the Vengeful as well. Vengeful, can he get the stun off? No, he cannot. Oh god. He just needed the Magic Missile, although Yamaguchi is faster than Fruits. Double Edge will get the kill. No, oh god, the Ensnare. But the Earth Points into Fitlion coming from the Meepo. But there's Lee Hongki as well. What a weird freaking fight, and Yamaguchi, he's gonna go down. Cannot even get close to the target at all. Spirit Breaker managed to charge away to Secret. He's still alive, the Urn keeping him so. And Babo even shares a few bottle charges, double damage, gonna get denied. And now Jay trying to DP out, the Gust comes in. Oh my god. He has nothing to prove to him. He has the boost of travels though, but he's not gonna get the chance to use them.
And now it seems like the Spirit Breaker still wants to get something. RR now. Oh, finally Spirit Breaker actually, and the Ice Path as well. You can use the Behind the God, trying to save the Spirit Breaker. Actually gonna manage to do so. That Finger of Death gonna kill the Nyx Assassin, and RR trying to run away with that Stampede. Only one more hit ought to do it, but it's not. They're not gonna manage to get it. Well, unless the Medusa actually finds him. He has Phase Boots, and there's only normal boots on Venge. It could be a possibility. No, he's gonna stop chasing. He's gonna stop chasing. Well, that was a really good fight by Kingdom.
It was so weird, it lasted for so long as well, but first of all, Hand of God, giving that necessary heal for the Spirit Breaker to just keep on going in the fights. Then the Medusa coming in as well, sharing his bottle charges between his teammates. So really nice sustain coming out from them, and this Chen has been so freaking good this game. Sometimes some Chens just farm up in the jungle, really don't find the opportunities to do anything at all. But he's been a part of 7 kills, and to be honest, yes, he has 7 kills in the KDA, but he's probably been there for like most of the kills, maybe just hasn't gotten the damage into the correct target, for example.
Yeah, exactly. Completely agree. Chen has been ganking a lot. He's still been pretty good farming. I mean, he's going to get the mech relatively soon. Soon-ish, I guess, within the game. So that's really going to be good for his team. And obviously then probably going to go for Aghanims. Also, the Spirit Breaker in that fight was very good. Like, I was going to say earlier, we talked about he not having that much of an impact in the game. But now you can see that the tankiness of the Spirit Breaker is just... Like, they can't beat it. He's just charging around, using his ultimate. It was amazing.
So, good stuff coming out by them all in all. But Meepo, he did go for first item Boots of Travel. It can be okay-ish, I guess. But these days, if you have a chain, it's a lot easier to actually go and counter push. Just because you can actually summon the creeps to you. Otherwise, yes, Boots of Travels would have been an excellent choice to just kind of kite Kingdom around throughout the entire match, because Chen cannot react possibly. Your creeps is just way too slow to go from one end, or they were too slow for that in the past. But Boots of Travels first, I just feel like it might hinder his other items a little bit too much. But then again, he still has pretty nice farm. He's number 2 in net worth, and Nyx Assassin, he is Vendetta up in the mid lane. But he needs some assistance for sure. Well, they're just going to deny the tower, and are they? Nope! Babo, he's not even going to die here. Okay, that was extremely weird from Mineski.
Yeah, that was, I guess, just kind of a mistake there. They're too greedy. They're trying to go for the Medusa and fail. Oh well. Maybe Babo is now a little bit in enemy territory here, though. The Nyx is still available, and he has a stun. The Impale, it's going to come out, maybe? No. Not going to use it just yet. Babo's starting to run away, and yeah, he's going to manage to get away fine. Either way, what you were saying earlier on the Bucha travel of Meepo, I think it's also to secure his farm. He can go around, blinking around, teleporting around so he can actually get some farm, because he's been having a lot of trouble with that because they've been killing him or being really aggressive towards him. So I guess it's a good item in that sense, and you can see his Aghanim is actually going to be pretty quick. Now they're going to go on the Drow Ranger, they're going to stun him first, and then the Ice Path. Is the Pook going to come out? Oh, he's getting a lot of damage, and that's going to be a dead Drow Ranger. But now comes the Spirit Breaker, who's trying to charge on to Secret. They're going to use the Stampede, try to kill the line before he can do anything here. And the Hand of God saving him for a second, but not enough. Ice Path now going on the Spirit Breaker, plus the Macro Power being used. They're really zoning out the rest of the team, but this Nyx assassin has no chance of survival. The rest of the guys at Mineski are actually going to run away now. Spirit Breaker can't get the vision on them, if I'm not mistaken, and he can't charge over them. Oh well.
So a pretty decent fight for Mineski. The key thing was just Nyx Assassin coming in with the Vendetta, making it so that Lion couldn't do anything at all. Even with the Hand of God, the Poofs just managed to bring him down before they got the Nerve Spike or Finger of Death off. Still a 2-for-1, it wasn't that great for them, but Mineski, they'll take it any day, especially since actually Jay, he's only 500 gold away from his Aghanim Scepter, although he went for Boots of Travels first. So if he continues like this, he's gonna have some pretty sick farm. But the smoke from Kingdom into the Roche Pit, is he gonna get spotted out? Does the Vengeful Spirit there go in? Of course he has the Wave of Terror to scout it out anyway, but sentries go down to make sure Nyx Assassin doesn't surprise them. And how fast is this Roshan actually going to be?
I mean, it's actually going out pretty fast. It's pretty impressive with the Chen creeps and whatnot. It's actually, they're doing a good job here. And the Chen has mech as well, so they might want to fight this. And the smoke coming up. There's a Centaur with a beautiful blink actually hitting 3 of them and dealing a lot of damage, but the mech comes out first as well. And there's one down already. Everyone's starting to go down here. Yamaguchi now in trouble, finally going down, and Vengeful Spirit as well. They're trying to win this team fight. It's going to turn it around slightly. Secret is going to be in trouble, and there's no way he can get out of this one. And that's 4-for-0. 4-for-1, sorry. Only the Chen died there.
If only they had a Meepo to follow up that beautiful Freeman hoof stomp with Poofs there. Of course, without the Blink, probably wouldn't have gotten close enough anyway. Maybe with the Stampede, but Stampede wasn't used for that. I'm not entirely sure if the Stampede was still on cooldown or he just didn't use it or what the case was. But it was a nice burst damage, hoof stomp, double edge to follow. But suddenly the mech came out, no Hand of God even necessary for that particular fight. If you just look at the 4 of their heroes, after they pop the hoofstone double edge, yes, they're still gonna have the macro fire, which did a little bit here as well, but they just need the poofs.
Yeah, but the damage from Mineski is mainly coming out from the Meatball, and you can see that in that fight. They could bring them the Chen, but the Chen used mech. He didn't have a Hand of God, but you know, if he had used it, it would have been impossible to bring down anyone in their team. You just have a lot of heals from the guys at Kingdom, and they're relatively tanky guys, except for maybe the Lion and the Chen.
Yeah, so, the thing is as well, man, it was only the Centaur getting into the Roche Pit, and Lion was out of the Roche Pit against like the 3 of the other heroes. Yet he didn't even die in that fight. He just got so much value getting the Earth Spikes, getting Hexes. I think he got at least double Earth Spike even off in that fight. That kind of a thing shouldn't happen when a Lion is just solo against 3 heroes. I think
what you did earlier, actually they're gonna go smoke gank right now. They might want to find this. Oh no, this 4 Medusa is actually in trouble, but the first one to die is gonna be the Spirit Breaker, gonna be bursted down, and now Babo going down with her ultimate, actually chasing everyone down. She doesn't care about anything. She's gonna actually kill the Nyx Assassin after turning him to stone. And now, can they do anything? No, never mind. Nyx Assassin is gonna be able to get out of there. Spirit Breaker still doing a little bit of harass here. They're gonna kill the Nyx Assassin, and now trying to kill the Centaur Warner as well. But he's gonna blink away. He's gonna be okay. And yeah, you saw that team fight. Just Mamipo is needed for Mineski to win team fights.
Well, he's gonna have his Blink Dagger in less than 200 gold, so I guess once he gets that, he's gonna join the fights, and you can see that his net worth, he's #1 and probably gonna be so for quite a long time still. At least I would expect it to be so, but when he gets a Blink, it's gonna be maybe enough of a surprise factor as well, but at the moment, there's a double damage on the Medusa. Macro Fire is set down to just kind of kill the creeps. But Tower's still taking some damage, Blink on Meepo, and at least he doesn't have to worry about carrying TPs or anything. He can always TP in thanks to the boost of travels. But the Ice Path is there. Power gets caught, Earth Spike is used, but Owa gets slowed down, can actually get the kill. They don't have the Stampede. There's the charge coming in as well. Will land on at least 2, but there's the Meepo. Oh my freaking god. But he gets Earth spiked up. Will they have enough damage? Yes, they will. 2 heroes down. Chen can't use the Hand of God when he's dead, and Baba will be next as well. 4 heroes down, and the Aegis. Can they get the Draw Ranger again? They most likely can, but the Nice Gust. He's trying to go for Secret, but people are too close to him. He doesn't have the marksmanship. Hoofstomp will be there, double edge to secure the kill. Well, that was a horrible fight for Kingdom.
Jesus, the power of the Meepo though, like he's so farmed right now. 10k and then closest is Drow with 8k. Now, the Spellbreaker's gonna charge in and die? Or oh, he's caught out, right? Halfway through, yeah. So, I don't know, man. Like, how do you stop this Meepo? What is the plan here for Kingdom?
I think one key item or key ability that you need in the fight is Stone Gaze. That is probably one of the easier ways to just try to deal with the Meepo. Of course, something like a pipe definitely might be a necessity, or a BKB, which Throw looks to be going for as well, has the Mithril Hammer at the moment. But if you get like a blink on Lion, for example, he isn't too far away from it, only 250 gold. That would definitely be a good way to just counter-initiate, hex up one Meepo, Earth Spike them all up. I mean, they even got Earth Spike this fight as well, but the follow-up damage wasn't there. But Jay, he tries to come in, blink, poofs, oh my god. Eul Scepter was used a little bit badly by Secret, but in the end, Lee Honky will die anyway.
Yeah, that was a weird Eul Scepter. Oh well. I mean, the Meepo is just unstoppable in a one-on-one situation. And if he poofs into you, like you said, the Stone Gaze, but the Stone Gaze takes a couple seconds to proc, whatnot, and I think that he can kill the Medusa before the Stone Gaze procs. He just blink in and he dies. And need to get like a very good, reliable stun on the Meepo, and I mean, constantly kill him when he's alone and doing things like now.
Yeah, it's just, I think now it's a little bit easier that Lion picks up the blink. Finger of Death though is still level 1, so it's not that damaging. Also, its cooldown is rather long, 160 seconds.
Yeah, that's the biggest issue.
But the health pools really are kind of an issue. I mean, Lion is easy fodder for the Meepo if he gets caught. Although with the blink now, he really shouldn't. But also Chen, I mean, he has a lot of heal, but if he gets jumped, he might be screwed in return. Mineski, they have so much lockdown. There's a pretty high chance that the Chen might be even the focus by Mineski. Or maybe some heroes jump the Chen while the others jump the Draw Ranger, for example. Because if you kill the Draw, or if you're even next to the Draw, suddenly there's a hell of a lot less damage coming out, at least physical, from Kingdom.
Yeah, I completely agree, and that's I mean, Mineski hasn't had that problem as long as the Meepo is there, because
look at Meepo's gold.
Yeah. Oh, oh god. He's actually gonna be charged in though. He might be in trouble now. The charge is actually gonna hit him. He has the ultimate as well. Now they're gonna go full on the Meepo. They have a couple extra stuns. That's the second stun from the everything be used on Meepo, including the Finger of Death, and he's actually gonna go down there. Wow, really good pickoff there, really important. Now they're trying to kill the Vengeful Spirit, and one more hit ought to do it. That's a dead Vengeful Spirit as well. 2 for Medusa? Yeah.
Yeah, Nyx and Shakiro managed to kill the Medusa mid lane. But there's another charge coming in. I still think Kingdom came out ahead because, well, Kingling off a Meepo was so worth it. And now Nyx will be next by Carapace, buying some extra time. Ice Path as well from Chikiro. Chikiro though, does he want to come in that deep? Maybe so. There's no Nether Strike for Fit Lion. A beautiful Impale catches too. But they don't really have the follow-up, and that are still on cooldown as well for Owa. He's gonna just chase down. The charge is there. Nice Ice Path will catch to Hoofstomp. Oh, it was used before the blink from Yamaguchi. It would have been a guaranteed kill onto Yomo. It's gonna be a kill anyway. But they maybe would have saved the Lion, who knows. Or never mind, Lion's died on the other side, but their fight just keeps on going. Lee Honky, he's gonna get Ice Pathed up as well. No, he's not. The Gust comes out, pushes Yamaguchi to the high ground, and Bjorn cancels his Blink Dagger for now. But it's gonna be able to blink soon enough. Another Ice Path into Fit Lion, Impale from Owa. Owa still alive somehow. Another strike, still on cooldown for 10 more seconds. He's in the end gonna get chased down. Maybe he's pretty damn fast. Has the charge as well. Will the Ice Path follow? It's still on cooldown. Charge. Well, he gets the kill onto Owa at least. He will lose his own life as well. Those fights are just so weird.
Yeah. They're really long fights. Proper SCA.
So it was a... Well, Meepo died earlier, so that was good, but in the end it wasn't really worth it. They chased just way too far, and Lee Honky will get caught by Meepo, who has 2.4k gold even though he died. The Ultimate Orb, Hex most likely looks to be the next item. Eye of Skadi might be a choice as well, but I think Hex is just so damn good. And well, Yomo, he gets jumped, hoof stomped, poofed, and they're gonna lose it tier 1. Okay,
Yeah, and
they're gonna find the Medusa. Medusa doesn't have a TP. Is he gonna pop the Stone Gaze? He is, but is he gonna even help? Well, a little bit, so he's still alive, but if he only had a TP.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate, and maybe a waste of the stone gaze. I think he should have just let himself die. Like even if he got in the stone gaze, like the second he popped it, what could he do with it? Like it's not. No, I don't think that was good.
Oh, 22 minutes in, kill score 21 to 18. Look at the kill score, it's like, oh, game is pretty damn even. Suddenly you look at the graphs, 5k net worth lead, about 8k in XP as well. Looking at the levels though, Meepo, level 20 to the next highest being 13. Kind of a given as well. Oh, the poofs again, Fruits! Goes down before he does anything at all. And they're gonna farm up the entire just stack of creeps for Chen, so that hurts even more.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the guys. Meepo is just now that he's farming out of control. 15k gold, like this is insane. He almost doubles the gold of the two top carries of the Kingdom, and it's not like they're farming badly either. And I mean, his pushing ability now is as strong as well. He went for Ginzu, who's gonna be able to stop the Medusa right in the tracks. This is looking really bad for Kingdom.
They really needed a slightly better early start. I mean, Chen, I can't say he did anything wrong in the early game. They were just unable to keep up the pressure. Maybe just because Meepo did go for the booster travels, maybe he's just slight split pushing in with two of his Meepos being there early on might have been enough, but the charge is coming into Owa, never mind. He cancels it. But they might get jumped. Yamaguchi goes on to Lee Honky, still does not have the BKB. Stone Gaze is there. So they're going to survive for now. Stampede is used just to make the escape, or are they going to go back in? They will have the Vendetta. Secret, can he get use on anybody? Force the forward use onto Chen as well. Ice Path. A little bit. Oh, never mind. Not even used at all. Earthspike will catch most of the Meepos, but Fruits, will he go down? They're trying to go for Oa. A nice Ice Path catching free. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Earth points to follow. Baba doesn't have the Stone Gaze anymore. Nether Strike is there, but Mech keeps them alive for now. They just get caught, way too many of them. Hand of God is there, and they get Yamaguchi with the Finger of Death, but they lose 3 in return. Maybe even more as Jay will get the Hex onto Baba, completely out of mana. No mana shield value anymore. Lion buys back. Has a nice Earth Spike, but triple kill for Jay anyway. They're gonna get Fit Lion. Maybe he's still alive. Never mind. He's gonna survive this. Unless they want to dive the base, but what the hell is going on, man?
I mean, I think this now is kind of a mistake on the guys at Mineski. I don't know why they're not just going for the towers with the Meepo and whatnot. This is a little bit weird. Now the Meepo is going back to base, trying to heal up a little bit, and he'll have travel, but it's gonna be quite a while until he gets it. So.
Oh man, this is just completely snowballing. At least the racks are safe now for Kingdom, but they're losing so much ground. I mean, Meepo, he's 10k net worth ahead of anybody on Kingdom. Even Shakiro is ahead of Medusa and the Drow at the moment, and it's just the fact that they need BKBs and they still don't have them. I mean, they just get chumped non-stop.
I think that was a mistake they did at the beginning. I mean, Medusa going for Monta style, like, it's a good item, obviously, but it's not as good as the BKB against the Meepo, and now it's really hurting them. The Drow, similarly, now going for the BKB. He's gonna complete it, though, in only 1k gold, but can he even farm that 1k gold while the Meepo is there? Now that he has, the Aegis, it's gonna be going really, really hard to bring him down.
Oh god, another 4k gold as well. Can go for like a Heart of Terran, Sky of Sky, the Ice Path in the meantime, mid lane, but he gets hexed up in return. There's the Nether Strike as well, but Shakiro, he gets swapped back. RR, he's there for the Savior. Medusa will get hexed up, completely out of mana already. Can't even use the Stone Gaze at all. And that's actually one of the downsides if you have... Whoa! Oh, the sent back Lion! He survives thanks to Fruits. Fruits, of course, will die himself. And I think it's kind of a GG call moment here already. Shakiro goes for a Dagon as well. But yeah. Medusa... he just got hexed, and with the mana shield he lost too much mana, so he didn't even have Stone Gaze once the hex ended. And funny enough, his mana shield is only level 3.
Yeah, that's actually quite interesting. Going for the split shot build. I guess going for the full-on early game, which I think was really punished by the Meepo pick. Now looking at it, like the Meepo is just dominating the early to mid game, which was seemed to be the guys. Oh, actually now going to go on a Spirit Breaker with a beautiful Impale, getting all the Meepos. Can they actually kill the Spirit Breaker? Yeah, the Ice Path plus the Meepo damage going to be enough. Now going on Kompaku perhaps. They are trying to get him. There it is, the Blink Meepo, and Kompaku now in trouble. He's going to go down to the Meepos as well. And the Meepo just dominating. And yeah, he dominated the early mid game, which, like you said, was the game that Kingdom seemed to be going for.
Yeah, he's at 25 as well. Stone Gaze will come out. Maybe they can get the kill on Meepo trying to TP out and will not succeed. Gets petrified just at the last second. Although he has the Aegis anyway. Beautiful Impale. My god. 3 heroes caught. Hoofstomp to follow on to 2. Baba, well, he's alive, but he doesn't do nearly enough damage to just threaten Mineski. So,
yeah, that's gonna be GG.
So pretty much we waited like 26 minutes or close enough to that to start the first game, and Well, we had more wait time than game time almost.
Oh well, man. Really good job by Meepo, honestly. Amazing job by Jay.
So I don't know what's gonna happen now. In theory, we might have enough time for just that one extra game. So Mineski might even take this 2-0, or if it's gonna be 1-1 after the game, we might just delay the third game until an unknown time by now. But we'll see. We're gonna head into game number 2's lobby, where we're probably gonna get the information from the teams, from the admins and whatnot. But guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the cast and the games. If you did, you can follow HeflaTV for more on HeflaTV on Facebook and Twitter. For the casters, at Coucher for me, at the Swordfish for my co-caster. Both of them are also in the title on Twitch. But see you guys for game number 2.